We're joined now by Barry Lynch of Agrinet Herd App. Barry, thanks for popping into us.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell us about Herd App, please?
Well, Herd App is a system we've been working on for the last 2 years, and it's kind of the end of our process of moving all of our technology into cloud systems. So we work on grass software, we work on financial management software, and we do herd management software as well. And we've done that for 24 years now in Kells and County Meath, and all of the data now has moved in our system into cloud technology and smartphone and browser technology. So what Herd App is, it's a process of bringing all of our herd management software into a smartphone solution, but also has a browser kind of solution as well for farmers who want to work inside. And it effectively sits on top of ICBF databases, the primary bovine database that we use. So it's very much focused on the Republic of Ireland. ICBF collate a lot of data from marts and meat factories and from milk recording and pedigree societies. So when a farmer signs up on Herd App, they sync into ICBF. We have a direct connection with ICBF. We pull down all of their full herd comes down in all of the detail that ICBF have. And as ICBF add in new data from outside sources, all of that data flows into Herd App as well. So what we're trying to do with Herd App is get farmers doing their work outside on a mobile device, which we've been doing that for over 10 years. But what's different with Herd App now is that Herd App just sits on cloud systems and sits on ICBF and Ag Food. So we don't need a PC solution at all. So it's all about just trying to get work done quicker, get as little work done as possible with data to get the job done on the farm. Because farms are getting bigger, dry stock farms are working off farm, time is precious for everybody. So people just want to do it as efficiently as they can with as simple screens as possible. They want simple reports that give them the answers they want. So that's what we've been doing for 24 years on grass and financials and herd. So Herd App is the last kind of leg of that process of moving into the cloud.
And Barry, the collection of data is really important now. Everything needs to be recorded. How tech savvy do farmers need to be to use this type of application?
I think they need to be tech savvy enough just to have a go, really. Everybody gets into a routine on what they want to do, and if the routine works for them, that's fine. I think if you can use any app on a phone, you can use Herd App. We try and put as much focus as possible on simplicity, and you're trying to constantly improve that simplicity based on what your clients are saying. And so if you can keep records on a notebook, you can keep records on an app. But the bonus is that you get feedback from the app all the time. So if the app tells you what to do next, we have all these action lists that we can give you different guidelines on what should be happening, and it gives you a forward prompt on where you should be going with your herd. So it's just a case of jumping in and having a go. And what we're doing at the ploughing now is we're making it really easy for people to come up to the stand. Somebody will just take the phone, sign them up on the app, and away they go. And we have it done in such a way that a big core part of Herd App is actually free of charge. It's sponsored by Progressive Genetics, so we don't even look for a credit card on the day. They just away they go. And what we do, we commercialise it then on the compliance, which is the Board PIA and the Department of Agriculture type stuff. But we're very keen to give an app that farmers can start off on with no commitments, no cost, and they can just try it. And I think the challenge we're giving them is work away and see how we get on, and you'll know very quickly how easy it is for them to use it.
What kind of uptake are you seeing on it in terms of even the age demographic? How popular is it?
Yeah, well, we've been working with farmers for 24 years, and we generally don't see age as the issue. A lot of people are saying, well, the young people will use technology and the older people won't. I've never seen that, and maybe we've moved with certain people over those 24 years as well. So I don't think it's an age thing. I think it's just a case of maybe their interest. There'll be young people who don't want to use technology as well because they just prefer stock or they prefer machinery or whatever. So it's not, to me, an issue of age, that young people will and old people won't. I think it's the interest in managing your farm, and it's the interest in keeping the records clean for your inspections and just keeping all that paperwork done in a tidy way. So it's not so much technology. If you're really bad with paper records, you might be really bad with technology as well. So it's not an age thing, I think.
And Barry, it's becoming more and more important to record data in such a way, and it has developed now over the last 10 years. What are kind of the main features that are on the app now that weren't there at the start?
Sure, we're recording the same sort of data for all the years we've been in business, but the difference now is that a lot of farmers expect all the data to show up automatically. So the way the whole thing is going now is that if somebody records the data somewhere else, you expect to see it on your app. You don't expect to have to record it yourself. You don't really want to spend time looking for the data just shows up. So we're living in a connected world where if you can turn on your app and your latest milk recording is there waiting for you, and you can very quickly look at all the high somatic cell counts and say, well, I better try and do something with them. Or if your AI technician comes in and does some work with the cows, they record the data on their app and it gets synced to ICBF and comes back down. So really the difference is the speed of the movement of data is what's different now compared to 20 years ago. 20 years ago you had to go looking for the data and you had to record more data to get the job done. Now the data shows up automatically, and all the farmer has to do is record the data that only they can record on their own farm. So for example, a farmer doing a DIY AI, they'll have to record the serve because they're the source of the data. Whereas a milk recorder from Progressive Genetics, for example, or from Munster AI, they'll come in, record the data, and it'll go automatically. So I think people want to see the data showing up. If somebody else puts it in, I want to see it without doing any work to get it. That's the big difference.
Future innovations, what are you planning down the line?
Future innovations, we'd always be looking at getting more data in more efficiently, that more data comes in kind of free of charge, that there's no work. So be that in the area of grassland management software, because we have a lot of clients worldwide using Agrinet grass and we're keen to drive that forward for them. Financial side, we pull in financial data from the online banks and from the online co-ops. So for example, what's happening now in the next few months is that the Irish banks have a way that they can make the data more efficiently available into Cashminder through a direct API link. So that will happen. So really, and then if we could source, it's all about sourcing data free data that you don't have to work for. Because if you can get the data, you can do something with the data without much time, right? So less time.